Have you ever heard the term Cobot? It stands for collaborative robot. You might have an area in your plant where there's a shortage of people, or maybe it's a skill that causes carpal tunnel. Very repetitive type things that might be causing you other issues that you have to deal with. You have a job that's boring, that nobody wants to do. That's where collaborative robots come into play. I'm talking about a little thing about the size of my arm that's sitting on a table. You don't have to mount it. You don't have to dig into your foundation and build a support structure to hold your cobot. You put it on a cart. You can roll it from job A to job B to job C multiple times during the day. Another advantage of cobots is they can work right next to an old machine and essentially automate your line. Bring your 1950s piece of equipment into the 21st century. Any place where you would have a person spending the day removing a part, putting in a new part, putting something into a machining station, taking the old one out, you can replace that with a cobot. I was recently in a company that uses a cobot to move material. It's something that they used to have a person standing there all day long loading a sheet of metal into a stamping machine. This cobot was mounted on a rail system, very simple, but it picked it up and laid that piece of metal right where it needed to be. So they took an old machine, an old Amada stamper, if you know what that is, that was built probably in the 60s. They wheel up steel on a cart, and this cobot places that precisely where it needs to go on that Amada, and it goes to town. Now that's something that would have cost hundreds of thousands of dollars 10 years ago. It cost $20,000, $25,000, and they have that problem solved. They freed up that employee to do something else that's of more value, that takes a few more brain cells in moving a piece of metal from here to there. They can do so many different things, and what's nice is they don't just do one thing. Cobots are unique in that they can do almost anything that a human can do. You can put it in combination with what they call a vision system, so where it can see exactly where something is. It doesn't have to be precisely located at a certain spot. It can see where it is and how it's oriented and pick it up. Cobots are a great resource and something that companies are using sparingly at first, and as soon as they get one in, usually within the first week, they're ordering their second. We can bring somebody in, we can look at what you do within your plant, we can find places where you can use a cobot and where a cobot might not be a good application. I was in another plant a few weeks ago, and I saw a machining station, a horizontal machining station. They had the raw materials set up on a panel, and the cobot would pick up the piece, load it into the machine, step back, close the door of the machine, press the start button, and waited. When it was done, opened the door, pulled out the new finished part, set it down, and repeated the process. Something that somebody would have to stand there all day long and get bored to tears to do was replaced with a cobot. Missouri Enterprise can help you identify areas where you can use a cobot. We could put you in touch with some cobot suppliers. Give us a call, we can help you out.